I think the nature of um, how quality needs to be managed has changed over the last few years. In 2018, the FDA came out with their NIP program, the new inspection protocol program, and that the intent of that program was to try and standardize the inspection of high-risk manufacturers, CDMOs, and drug manufacturers out there, so that all inspectors looking at the same way. And so they put a number of characteristics in place. I think surveillance inspection have 29 predefined criteria. It's got all sorts of preloaded questions, and it's got a very defined data extraction and retrieval process that takes place as part of the surveillance. For pre-approval inspections, there's 24 criteria with it. But the point being here that you need to consider your CDMOs, not just their QMS, but this notion of quality and maturity. And the FDA has been talking about that for a number of years. White papers have been out there. There's all sorts of proposals on rewarding companies that have mature quality systems. But what is the quality sensibility of your contract service provider? How do they do their root cause investigations? As Christine alluded to, if I do have an excursion of my non-viable particulates in there, how did they find the root cause, and what was the remediation around that? And so when you do your due diligence in selecting a CDMO partner, you need to sort of broaden the classical GMP checklist to look at some of these softer characteristics to get a sense. And it's not unusual to have a younger person in a director position or a vice president position. And that could be fine because they're bringing energy and insight, maybe technical expertise to that position. But you could ask, does the site have a sterility assurance person that is actually the guru, that owns contamination control, that owns aseptic processing, that owns microbiology, that can articulate to the FDA? If the answer is no, then maybe there's a hole there that you have to fill with an external consultant or someone from your organization, et cetera. So the criteria for the due diligence assessment on the right CDMO partner has changed over the last 5 years.